Today, while I was listening to the testimonies, in the beginning, you are strong. Hey, I was saying to myself, these are the crossroads. These are the crossroads where the Lord celebrates, where the Lord chooses his people. If we go to the gospel, Jesus did not choose any one of the 12 apostles with a university degree. Anyone with a strong social status? No. He chose workers. He chose them and their problems. The first pope is a coward. This is so beautiful. A coward. The others, cowards. They all fled. But the first pope did something more than the others. He also denied him. A coward and a traitor. Look how beautiful. And this is with who the Vatican began. But this teaches us not to be afraid of reality, of the truth of our miseries. Do not be afraid. Because Jesus likes reality as it is, without makeup. The Lord does not like people who put makeup on their souls, who disguise their hearts, who do not think as they are. It is true that taking the first steps can be painful. We heard the testimonies. Those twin brothers. Oh, poor mom. We had to carry these two. They took that first step. It is better to stay like this. I'm doing fine. I'm missing something. And he takes the step, the first step. And this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It is a grace. I heard in your testimonies, I heard the footstep of Jesus. Jesus who passes with reality. Come, get your life in order. I love you. But take that step. And this happens in the life of each of you. We have heard it in the testimonies. Each one has his own story. He spent his life here, or he exists, or he doesn't, but he has totally changed. Totally changed. This is the joy of reality. We are miserable. We are sinners. We are small, but we are saved. Do not lose this. Your salvation is a gift. It is a gift, and it's not only that we will have it there, because someone can say, but Father, I don't know if there is heaven or not, but do you know that there is a better life than the one you had before? And this is like heaven to you. You managed to change. You had the courage to see beyond. We are miserable. We are sinners. We are nothing, but we are saved.
Allora, prima di dare la parola a Don Massimo, un'informazione.
So before
Qua
handing
la parola
the
di
mic
Dio ci
to
parla chiaro.
Don Massimo,
Abbiamo il banchetto
the
degli
word of
invitati
God
alle nozze,
speaks clearly
ma abbiamo
here.
anche un'altra parabola oggi. Quelli che hanno scelto gli ultimi posti sono
We're invited to a feast,
prima fila.
but we'll tell you something more. The people who are in the back, you're invited to come in front. The last will be first. There's 2 front rows that are completely empty, and they're all for you. Please, staff, help these people to the front. Whoever came last, you guys have the gift to be seated up front now. Thank you, thank you. We thank God for this parable of the last who will be first. Come on, you're invited. There's still room. We thank God for these words from our Holy Father. Today we have the gift to break this down. We'll be listening to the Catechism of Father Perrin. What touched me about what the Pope said was when he reminded us to not be afraid of reality, to not be afraid to look into the eyes, the reality of our being, our deepest being, the biggest gift that community gave each and every one of us, but you families and friends as well, as one to discover our truths, our reality of who we are, and at the same time to welcome and accept those painful parts, those wounds of our being. Exactly because God accepts these wounds. God embraces them, and He enlightens them with His mercy. Many times, all our ways of escaping through pleasure and drugs, even in that constantly moving and running away. And it was often because we weren't able to stop, or we didn't want to stop and just face reality. Like the Pope was saying, we were kind of putting makeup on it. We were hiding it. We were modifying it, trying to accept it in a different way, under our terms and conditions. The Pope reminded us that at the bottom of that reality, of that truth, that's where we meet the Lord, truly, in a deeper matter. I work in prisons, as you guys may know. Sometimes I face this hard reality, this hard truth of incarceration. For some people, this isn't even reality, because not everyone is always as guilty as they say. But I'm always touched when I go and meet these people, the incarcerated, to contemplate on these people who are in there, who still have the gift of faith, who are able to face and accept reality and transform it. And offer it up. Some people live it like that. I'll offer this up for my conversion. I'm learning many things here. Patience, obedience, having a very limited freedom. But in this experience, I've met some testimony of authentic faith, who have changed me as well. Many times when I go there, I pray to a statue of Mary that's placed there, and I tell her, well, I'm going away, but they're staying. But it always amazes me, accepting reality with the force and the strength of faith. So what the Pope was saying, there's a salvation today, and it's very attainable if I desire it. The Pope even placed himself into discussion. He said, your guys' testimony helped me, because I too still need to change. I was amazed, to say the least, in that moment when the Pope not only thanked us, but placed himself at our same level. Even I need to make this step of conversion. And it's true. For us, this was the hardest step. The one of entering, the one of starting our walk with our families. But it's true that that step always creates another one and another one. And the more we walk, the more there's a psalm that says, the more we walk, the longer the walk gets. Because walking in goodness, rediscovering a pure life, our faith grows. We too convince ourselves. In the face of temptation, we're able to resist temptation. A few minutes ago, with a guy who's about to exit community, a very delicate step, very decisive step. Many times our mother says, we enter community as we are, and that's true. The community picks us up as we are, dead or half dead. Like the parable of the Good Samaritan. But when we leave, it's not the same. We got to leave with our heads up, being at peace, being grateful. And this guy was telling me this. I'm going home, but I'm still fearful. I feel that I'm changed. I feel that I pray more. I believe more today. But I'm still awaiting a hard life, which reality is still scary. And I said, thank God. Thank God you're aware of this, of a reality that is hard, that's awaiting you. But today, you have prayer. And he told me this. That's true. Today I can pray. Today I know that I can face this reality through the strength of God, of the Holy Spirit, and with the presence of Mary. So I think that the Pope was reminding us of some very important things of our community life. We thank Mother Vera, who today can't do many things physically, but surely Elvira accepts and welcomes every day the reality of her situation, of her sickness, and she accepts this with the strength of her faith, like she's done many times in her life. She welcomes it and she embraces it. Like many times she tells us, embrace your crosses with love. And this is a great miracle. I think possibly the greatest miracle that the community every day teaches us. Thank you.